This Morgan silver dollar is fake, and if you care at all about making sure that fake silver is not in your stack and definitely not in the silver market as a whole, you definitely want to watch today's video. Now, you don't have to worry. My silver dollar is actually marked as fake copy. I don't have to worry about this one being stolen and used to scam others, but there are a lot of silver dollars out there that are fake, that are made to look real, like this 1921 Morgan silver dollar. Now, there's many ways to test. One of the ways that people use is a ping test, using things like the pocket pinger or even doing it for free on the end of their finger. But the issue with a lot of the ping apps is many of them are missing features. So our ping coin app right here, we can open up Morgan and you can see it's just looking for these 3 frequencies, and that's all that it's doing. But what if there was an app that looked for even more frequencies, looked for ping time, and even allowed you to test the dimensions of the silver coin right on your screen like this? Well, believe it or not, there is one being developed, and I got to see it in person at the coin show, and more importantly, I got the record footage so I could share it with you. So today we're going to be joined by Farshad from Sound Money Metals to show off this brand new app. Guys, stick with me. This is so amazing. I'm really excited about this one. And if you already own a pocket pinger, it's going to be 100% free for all pocket pinger owners. So let's get Farshad in here so he can tell us more about it. But do me a favor, don't forget to like and subscribe and help us continue to grow. Another year, another monster box of silver. For 2024, SD Bullion is giving away a full monster box of their 1-ounce silver Tree of Life coins. You can enter this giveaway all year, but I suggest that you do it now by going to sdbullion.com/sweepstakes and make sure you enter today. Thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring my channel. All right, guys, I'm here at the coin show with Farshad with something really cool to announce. He is the creator of the pocket pinger, but even more importantly than that, he is creating, probably in my opinion, because I've already seen it in work, one of the best ping test apps I've ever seen. And in today's video, we're going to show that to you. But first, I want to talk with Farshad and talk to him about the pocket pinger and how he got into this. So Farshad, let me ask you, you did this pocket pinger a few years ago, and I've been using it for a while, and I love it. I use it all the time. What made you get into doing this in the first place?
Yeah, so I started stacking in 2017. One of the first things I did when I got my stuff was wonder if it was real or not. So I went online and scoured the internet trying to figure out, how to test precious metals and make sure they are real. And one of the things I came across was the ping test. And I found another device that was out there. It was just expensive. It was out of reach for me at the time. And then a few years later, I decided to go in and actually try to recreate it, make it easier to use, safer for people's coins, and more affordable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I love hearing that. I'm going to show off some of the stuff you have here. So you can see here at Farshad's table, he has obviously some of his ping testers, but he has a bunch of different fake and real silver and gold coins. There's a real gold maple up there. And even these ones right here in this blue tray, there's 7 coins in here. Only 2 of them are real. And it's a test to see if you can figure out which 2 of them are real. And even I failed. Has anyone even passed this yet, Farshad?
Not a single person has passed that. And there's been a lot of coin enthusiasts that have tried.
So a lot of coin people have came up and took that test and were unable to see. And that goes to show you how important it is that you test your coins properly. So Farshad, show us how the ping test works with the Pinger app. And I want you to show us, which I'm really excited about, is your new app that you are developing. It's still in beta, guys. It's not out yet. But this is going to be a 100% free app for people that already own the pocket pinger. Farshad, show us what's going on here.
Yeah, so essentially if you have 2 coins and they're made out of 2 different metals, they're going to make 2 different sounds. So this is the developer site right here. So this isn't actually the public facing. But we'll come in here and we'll click on the Morgan dollar. And we'll go, so it is kind of loud in here. We're going to try and do this. If it fails, it'll just give us a yellow warning. So this is a fake coin. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to tap it. And you can see that it's making those key frequencies. The key frequencies are the ones in the shaded areas. That's what we're trying to get to match. And this one didn't match any, so it came back 0 out of 5 failed. This is actually made out of copper. It's a fake coin.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and we'll put a real one in here. I got to be quiet and not talk during this test. Start it again. And it did give us a pass, so it was enough to hear that it was an authentic Morgan dollar. The ping time matched and the slope clarity matched as well.
Now, what do you mean by ping time? Because none of these tests that I've seen before have ping time on them. What is that? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the ping time is the amount of time that the coin is ringing for. And that's going to give us another way to verify that the coin is actually an authentic coin. If we're just checking for the peak frequencies, the peak frequencies is enough to tell us if the metal is authentic combined with weight and dimensions. But I have seen a gold coin that was counterfeit, that was made out of the same metal, that did pass the peaks, but it would have failed the ping time if the ping time did exist at that time.
Wow, so fake coins with the real metal, that would be like, for example, a better date coin.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I'm not saying it's going to catch everything, but it is another level of verification that the coin is real.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let's do a little bit more comprehensive deep dive into this app. I want you to show me more about this,
Sure.
Because there's a lot more that I've already seen, and I want the people viewing to see that as well.
Sure. So I'm going to demonstrate the finger versus the pocket pinger here. So I've got it balanced on my finger. It's kind of loud in here, so I'm going to turn off the ping time and the slope, and we're only going to listen for those key frequencies. Sometimes on the finger it dampens the sound as well, so it doesn't ring as long, and that could also fail. So we're just going to check for the peak frequencies here. I'm going to hit start on the app, and you can see that 3 of those frequencies peak up, which is still enough to pass our test. Oh, we might be able to get all of them. We got 4 out of 5, which is pretty good, and that's because my finger is actually dampening the central resonances here. And so watch what happens when we put it in the pinger here.
So in the pinger, there's less surface area touching the coin, so that affects that?
Yep, less surface area. And you can see all 5 of 5 were heard right away.
Yeah, it heard them immediately. So with the pinger, it was actually able to hear all that different stuff because, like
Right.
you said, when it's on your finger, it actually muffles some of that sound, some of those peaks. Is that how that works?
Yeah, and that's important because if we don't know where those peaks are, if they aren't heard, then we can't verify that that part of the coin is silver. So
Okay.
it's really important to see all of them.
Okay,
Yep.
so do me one more thing. I noticed down at the bottom you had like what looked like a dimensions test. Can you
Yeah.
explain that?
Sure, let me refresh this page so it's all on the same thing here. So these are a way to verify the dimensions on screen. So this one on the right here is going to check our diameter. And with a good eye, you can actually verify within 0.05 millimeters. It's pretty accurate on the diameter.
Okay.
And then on the thickness here, you can hold it up. You just look down at it, close one eye, and you see the white line on either side, and you know that it passes the dimensions test.
Okay.
Pretty cool. And it's
Yeah.
pretty cool to have that. So if you have a scale and you put this on here, you should be pretty good to go on verifying the metal content of the coin you're testing.
Wow. All right, so guys, basically what we're looking at here is most of what you can get with the Sigma, which is, if you're going to get the Pro, which is the one I recommend, is a $1,300 and up machine. You have dimensions testing, you have the ping testing, and in much better ways than I've ever seen any other app. Now, this is still in beta, and there's still obviously going to be bugs that they're squashing, so it's not released yet. But I love that it comes free with the pocket pinger, and if you already own a pocket pinger, you still get that immediately, right? Like, you don't have to buy another pinger, right?
No, yeah, if anyone's helped us by buying a pocket pinger, you're going to get full access to the app. Yeah, you've already paid for it, so.
So that's pretty awesome. So let's think about this in comparison to some other things, video games, where the game comes out, then months later you have to pay $20 or $30 for more stuff. Here is a guy who loves this hobby so much and wants to make sure that the fakes are not out there, that he's actually creating an app that he's going to give away free to people that have already paid money. So I personally love the pocket pinger, and I've talked about the ping test before, even before I knew about the pocket pinger. So this is a great device, and it's relatively cheap for what it does, in my opinion. And Farshad, I'm really excited to see when this comes out, and I'll definitely announce it on the channel.